There comes a time when silence says more than words, when your absence becomes louder than your presence. That's when they'll realize what they lost. Let them miss you. Let your distance echo louder than your voice ever did. You were never just a name in their contacts. You were a light they took for granted. And when that light goes out, darkness teaches them the value of your glow. You don't need to beg to be seen. You don't have to shout to be heard. Walk away and let your absence scream the truth. Not everyone deserves your time. Not everyone deserves your love, and certainly, not everyone deserves your energy. Your worth isn't up for debate. You are not an option. They are. Let them feel the silence of your gone heart. Let them chase the ghost of your presence. Because the one who truly values you never risks losing you. You taught them how to laugh. You stood by them in the storm. You gave when you had nothing left. And yet, they acted like you were replaceable. Darling, diamonds aren't replaced by stones. So don't shrink to fit into their shallow world. Let your silence fill the room they once filled with noise. Let them feel the hollowness where your soul used to be. You're not being arrogant. You're being wise. They ignored your tears. They laughed at your dreams. They doubted your fire. Now let your success blind them. Let them scroll through your life and feel the gap that they created, that they can't fix anymore. Because this time, you're not coming back. Not to prove a point, but to protect your peace. Priyanka once said, "Don't try to squeeze into a glass slipper if your foot doesn't fit. Why shrink when you were born to expand? Why stay when your soul wants to fly? When they didn't clap for you, clap for yourself. When they didn't believe in you, believe harder. Because you are your best cheerleader. You are your loudest applause. And one day, they'll miss the sound of your confidence, of your kindness, of your love. Walk away with your head high. Let your tears water your growth. Let your hurt fuel your rise. Not because they deserve it, but because you do. You owe it to the version of you that stayed silent, that tolerated pain, that tried so hard just to be seen. She deserves this comeback. She deserves this peace. Let them miss your laughter. Let them miss your forgiveness. Let them miss your daily messages. Let them miss your check-ins, your hugs, your loyalty. Don't go back to what broke you. You are not a backup plan. You are not a second thought. You're a masterpiece. You are a revolution. You are everything they couldn't hold. And that's okay. Sometimes they have to lose you to learn your worth. Let them sit in the silence. Let them ask themselves, what happened? And let the answer be, you grew. You outgrew the cage. You outgrew the games. You outgrew the versions of yourself that begged. This is not revenge. This is self-love. When people show you who they are, believe them. But never forget to show them who you are. A warrior in heels, a goddess with a goal, a soul too deep for shallow hearts. You don't chase, you attract, you don't please, you prioritize, you don't shrink, you shine. If they couldn't handle your light, let them find comfort in their shadows. Priyanka faced rejection, doubt, judgment, but she never let it define her. She walked into rooms like she owned them. And guess what? She eventually did. You don't need to be liked. You need to be respected. And you don't need a crowd. You need clarity. Because peace is more powerful than popularity. Don't text them. Don't check on them. Don't ask if they miss you. Let them wonder. Let them scroll your feed and feel the void. Let them see you bloom without their water. You're not bitter. You're better, stronger, smarter. Turn your heartbreak into a lesson. Turn your silence into strength. Let your absence become your anthem. You're not cold. You're clear. You're not lost. You're leveling up. This is your era of excellence. This is your glow-up season. So stop waiting for closure. Be the closure. And let them regret letting go. You were a blessing they mishandled. And blessings don't return. You are the miracle they prayed for, but failed to cherish. The chapter they skipped, now missing the plot. The story they left unread. Now you're writing new pages, with bolder lines, louder dreams, deeper joy, and no apologies. You don't need to explain your growth or justify your boundaries. If they feel your absence, it means you mattered. It means you were unforgettable. And that is your power. You leave an imprint, a legacy, a presence that can't be replaced. You're not everyone's cup of tea, but you're someone's whole ocean. So let them miss you while you find yourself, while you build your empire, while you dance with freedom, while you kiss peace every night. They'll remember your smile. Let them miss the version of you that always said yes. The one who bent backwards to make them smile. The one who forgave without receiving an apology. Let them remember how you never gave up on them. And now, how you've finally chosen you. They had a front row seat to your heart, but they were busy staring at empty stages. Now they watch from the back row, watching your glow, wishing they never let go. Don't apologize for your absence. It's the most honest thing you've ever gifted them. You were the light they covered with their shadows, the flower they forgot to water, and now you've bloomed elsewhere. In soil that appreciates your roots, in sunlight that knows your value. Let them feel your distance like a storm, because sometimes thunder teaches where silence could not. Let them miss the girl who once stayed. You are not cruel for leaving. You are courageous for surviving, for putting yourself first, for walking away from fake love and hollow praise. They called you too much, but truthfully, you were too real, too deep, too genuine for shallow souls. Now let them chase that realness again and never find it. You don't owe them a message. You don't owe them your voice. What you do owe is loyalty to yourself, to your peace, to the boundaries you once ignored. Because of love, because of hope. But now you know better. Now you feel lighter, because you chose you. Priyanka didn't rise by pleasing the world. She rose by choosing herself, over and over again, even when it hurt, even when they called her selfish. And look where she stands now, fearless, fierce, free, just like you're meant to be. Let them miss the good morning texts, the warm hugs, the long phone calls, the realness, because nothing you gave was fake. You loved with your whole heart. You stood tall in your truth. And if they couldn't handle it, let them deal with their emptiness while you embrace your wholeness. Don't let loneliness confuse you. You're not alone. You're aligned. The wrong people left, so the right ones could enter. People who see you, who hear you, who feel your silence, and never let go. Until then, walk boldly alone. Let them miss your energy. You used to cry about their absence. Now they cry about yours. That's how the tables turn. That's how growth works. What once broke you, now builds you. What once drained you, now drives you. Because the pain didn't end you. It awakened you. And that awakening made you unstoppable. So don't pause your progress for anyone. Let them miss the girl who answered every call, who stayed up when they were down, who healed others while bleeding inside. That girl deserves rest now, deserves peace, deserves better. And she'll get it. Because she finally chose herself. No more waiting. No more hoping they'll return changed. Change for what? You're not a lesson. They missed school. You're not a game. They lost the prize. You're not a chapter. They skipped the book. You were everything. And they were too blind to see it. Let them live with that blindness. Let them crave your kindness. Let them search for your soul in others. And find only reflections, never substance. The world is full of people, but none of them are you. Your spirit, your strength, your spark, it's rare. Let them miss what they'll never find again. Because what's rare can't be replaced. Let them scroll endlessly, trying to forget. But pictures don't erase emotions, memories don't die, and regrets don't heal. Let them carry those weights, while you carry yourself, with grace, with purpose, with power. You're not just moving on, you're moving up. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. Let your glow up be their wake-up call. Let your silence be their consequence. There's a power in walking away, in reclaiming your energy, in guarding your heart like treasure. Because it is treasure, and not everyone deserves access. Love is not charity. Time is not infinite. And you are not replaceable. Let them miss you deeply. Let them think of you at night, when the world is quiet, when they scroll through old photos, when they type your name and delete it, when they see your success and feel the sting. That's not revenge, that's reflection. And they'll reflect often, because real never fades. And you were the realist. Priyanka once said, "Be fierce, be fearless, be flawed. You don't have to be perfect to be powerful. You don't have to be accepted to be unstoppable. Your scars tell stories of survival, and your silence screams transformation. Let them miss your flaws. Because even in imperfection, you were gold. You were love, you were home. And now they're homeless in your absence. You didn't leave to prove anything. You left to heal, to breathe, to live fully. And that choice, that decision, is your rebirth, your reawakening. And it's beautiful. Let them miss the beauty they ignored.